Hello and welcome to Hank Games Without Hank. My name is John Green. I'm the manager of the AFC Wimbledon Wimbly Womblys. 12 points clear at the top of League 2. We're top of the league. We're top of the league. AFC Wimbledon, we're top of the league. We're going to go up. We're going up to League 1. We're going to face MK Dons, the team that used to be us. It's going to be an amazing moment, historic moment. Today we're starting John Green and John Green up front, teammates in life and in love. We've got P. Sweeney and Hells Pels in center midfield. We've got Fun Run back there in the back, our new defender, as well as Frampton comes alive, Buckminster Fuller, and then anchoring our defense, of course, our great goalkeeper, Seb Brown, who saved 2 penalties against Luton Town to send us into the Football League to even make it possible for AFC Wimbledon to be a team that you can play on FIFA 14. Today, the Project for Awesome donator, M, who donated 3 times to the Project for Awesome for AFC Wimbledon Wimbly Wombly topic videos. Thank you again. We're going to talk about if I had a transgender kid, or how I feel, or how I think I would react if I had a transgender kid. It's a really interesting question, and I should say at the outset, like I'm sorry if like this is not at all my area of expertise, and I'm sorry if I don't use the right language or whatever. Please let me know in comments, and then I'll try to. Yeah, I'm still learning. But so it's the first thing you find out about your kid. In some cases, even before you find out if they're healthy, is the gender. Right? Like, not always, but certainly for a lot of people. For us, I mean, we didn't wait to... Oh, God! Meredith, he's hurt. He hyperextended his knee. His beautiful, perfect, flawless knee has been hyperextended. It bent in the wrong direction. Oh, no. Oh, God. This is terrible. Oh, God. It feels like I hyperextended my knee a little bit because he and I share a name, and we've shared so much together, and we've been through the good times and the bad times, the hard days and the easy days, and I know that his husband is out there right now on the pitch and just sick to his stomach because he's just saw the man he loves most in the world have his knee go in the wrong direction, and it's just a very difficult time right now to be a member of the AFC Wimbledon Wimbly Wombly family. And I know, oh no, I know that we're all just sickened by this. I just made the substitution. See, I did it. Yeah, so it happened. Yep, resume match. Go ahead and make that substitution, please. Tell me at least he can walk off. Tell me at least that we don't see him come off on a stretcher. Oh. Oh, you hate to see that. Oh, no. Oh, man. Oh, fair play by the Wimbly Womblys passing it back to Plymouth Argyle, but this is a difficult time for us. So, yeah, but to return to the topic, it's the first thing you find out about with us, it was the first thing we found out. And in a couple of cases, they would say it's a girl, when with Alice, they said it's a girl even before they said, this fetus has the appropriate number of chambers of her heart. It really is so when you're a parent, it is this absolute essential idea. It's one of the first questions that people ask you. Do you know if it's a boy or a girl? Even before your child is born, it's gendered, right? Its sex is seemingly set in stone. So I have to say I understand. Oh gosh, just right now we're just not reacting well. But Seb Brown, of course, got down. One thing I love about Seb Brown is how fast he goes down. Right, context is everything. But for many parents, I understand how it's kind of like a foundational idea about their kid. What do you know about your child? It's difficult to, when you're first parenting a child, you don't know much about them. When they're babies, you don't really know much about them. But one thing you do know, or at least you think you know, is that this is a boy or this is a girl, and that comes inevitably with this whole set of expectations, cultural expectations, and And then to find out, if you find out later in life, your kid comes to you and says, well, actually, I'm not a boy or I'm not a girl. I'm this, or I either I identify outside this gender binary, or I'm, oh, strutting. Oh, I don't have a song for him because he's never scored a goal before. Can anyone invent a song for strutting, please? Oh my God, that might be the goal of the century. Look, he managed. Can we see one more replay, please? Watch this, Meredith. He goes. Look, that's not even human. He jumped in the wrong direction. Let's see once more. Back. I mean, goal of the century. These boots were made for strutting. Thank you. Perfect. These boots were made for strutting. And that's just what they'll do. And one of these days, these boots are gonna strut all over you. How's that? Perfect or really perfect? Those are your only two options. I'll work on it, Sarah. You got to pick something that's... all right. It's in my range. Shut up. That's not fair. Everything's in my range. I'm a beautiful singer. So that said, that's not the problem of your kid who, is outside the gender binary, is non-binary or is trans or whatever. That's the problem of the social order. So while I am sympathetic, I mean it is true. I have a pretty good young trans friend whose mom has really struggled with this, and I am a parent, and I certainly understand. Like, I think of, inevitably I think of Alice as a girl and Henry as a boy, and yeah, and as Sarah pointed out, like, we were very excited when we found out we were having a girl, and like, it was amazing. Like, I desperately, I wanted to have a girl, like, just wanted to have a, and so I get it. But like, it doesn't do, I don't want to call this particular parent out because the person in question is probably watching the video, not the parent, but, you can't keep saying like this is my daughter, when it's not. And so the answer to the question, how would I feel if I had a trans kid, is, like, I would feel happy and proud of them, because it's not an easy thing to acknowledge your authentic self, and it's not an easy thing to become the person you're going to be, particularly when you're talking about something, things as like complicated as sex and gender. So, yeah, I mean, I would hope that I would. You never know until you're in that situation, but I hope that I would be proud and supportive, and that I would, fight for them, and just as I would for a cisgendered kid. So yeah, I mean, I think that it's not something that I think it's something that I would be, I mean, I hope that it's something that I would be, proud of my kid for figuring out, and for being like, I don't know, just them being willing to like tell you, and to like make you part of that process would be, oh, out of nothing, hell's pals, that guy's on a roll. Oh, he did the dead fish, Meredith. He loves to do the dead fish. It's because he's been accused of diving in the past, and he takes it very personally. And just, right from outside the box, that's a beautiful goal. Right now you're seeing the best of the Wimbly Womblys rallying after the hyperextension of the knee of our beloved other John Green. Bald John Green hasn't scored a goal yet, of course, because I'm sure that right now he's just in an absolute state of shock. If anything, you know what? I need to substitute him out so he can be with his husband. I can't believe I didn't think of that earlier. That's, I mean, can you imagine like walking around the pitch knowing that, like, your soulmate is out for, God only knows how long, and having lived with injuries himself, Bald John Green, he knows how difficult it is. So, oh, get that ball, 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 get that ball. Go, Yabamba! No. Yeah, so I am, I mean, so I guess I understand why there's like a period of shock and adjustment, because there's this massive, you know, there's this massive world out there that says like, it's, oh God, it's not okay to be transgender. It's not okay to be sort of non-binary gender. That like there's two types of people, girls and girls like boys and boys like girls, and that's the way that it is and always has been and always should be. And that's just not true. It's never been that way. It's that's that this idea that like being transgender is new, or being or that homosexuality is new or whatever, like all that stuff's just ridiculous. Like that's been with us as long as, that's been part of the human experience as long as there have been humans. And like the gender binary has never been like a sufficient way of imagining the lives of people. So yeah, I get, but at the same time, like I understand that there are all of these social implications, and like, but I don't know. My opinion is that you have to love and support your kids, and that there's there's absolutely nothing wrong with. I think sometimes people feel like they're sick or something. Like that's the worst, is when I get like Tumblr asks, or I hear from people over email or whatever, who think that there's something wrong with them because they're trans, or that they think that like, and they've been told that there is in a lot of cases, not necessarily by their parents, but sometimes by their parents. And like it's just brutal. Like to feel like something that you are, that is essential to you, that is like a fact of your life, is wrong, is just awful. I mean, to feel like, because there's nothing, you can't do anything about, who you are. It's just, it's a fact of your existence, as surely as I'm a guy. So, to feel like there's something like fundamentally, it's just very sad. So I feel very, and I would certainly never want either of my kids to feel that way. So I guess, yeah, that's how I hope I would react. But you never know till you're in that situation. You know what I do know? Hell's Pels is having the game of his life. Oh, he did the robot that time. He was going to do the dive again, but he's in too good of a mood. Again, we need a little song for Hell's Pels. But it's another problem. I don't know that much about him, because he's just coming into his own now that Samore has left the team. Still, I talked to Les Moore about the Samore situation, and he is pissed. He is not happy. Because he said that Samore felt like he was too good for AFC Wimbledon, and that like his. Oh, what a goal! What a fantastic goal! Oh, green eggs and Sheringham! What a performance. I'll tell you what, that Liverpool game gave us confidence. And that's what you need in this game. That's just a beautiful through ball past the entire Plymouth Argyle defense. Excellent use of the Y button, and AFC Wimbledon are up 4-0. But yeah, Les Moore is really angry at his formerly conjoined twin brother Samore for abandoning the Wimbly Womblys. And I told him, like, you got to calm down. And but when you've been in the shadow of someone's talent your whole career, Les Moore has never been as good as Samore. And then that guy decides that he's not even good enough for the club. That he's too good for the club you play on. It's hard not to take it personally. So they've actually had a riff in their relationship. Is it riff or rift? I guess it's rift in their relationship that's been, that's been difficult to watch. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm a little concerned there, but it'll all work out in the end. That's a terrible cross. Actually, it's a good cross, but it's a cross to Ghost Player 1. Who was just standing out of bounds. So that's kind of Ghost Player 1's problem. He needs to be better positioned. Oh, it's the 87th minute. It looks like we're going to win. This is. I'm obviously concerned about the Bald John Green injury situation, the other John Green injury situation, because he is, one of our absolute core players, and it's hard to imagine us, making it that far without him. But it's been great to see 4 players who aren't Bald John, or 4 goals with none from John Green's. That's encouraging, because that means that this team is finally gelling as a club, not just as a team with 2 superstars, which is awesome. So I think there's a lot. There's some good takeaways. Obviously, we're all concerned about the other John Green injury situation. I'll try to update you in the video info below. Oh, Kennedy's haircut. It's just a deal breaker for me. Thank you for watching. Best wishes.